Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Monday Weekend Wrap-Up. We've got a fantastic show today. Your royalty-free beats in the background. Can you guys hear that? It shouldn't be too loud. Milo, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Hoff, how you doing?
Great. G'day, mate.
Good day, good day. I'm messing with the audio here. Chat, let us know if something's wrong with the audio. Guys, if you want to, you can highlight your own message using the highlight your message thing in the channel points. It should work. I'm not sure if it's going to. Let's see. Oh, there you go. There's Greg's right there on the screen. Unbelievable stuff. Nice. Unbelievable. Anyways, it should work. It should work. But I don't know how well it'll work. We'll see. We're testing it out. We're trying to get away from the StreamYard thing, make it more organic, etc. But anyways, what a week. End of the season. Almost to the end of the season. We are nearly there. I think what is it? We got Europa Conference League final on Wednesday, and then the Champions League final on Saturday, and then it's done. Then we're all done.
And then it's the summer of nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out. Let's start with the big game of the weekend, the FA Cup final between Manchester City and Manchester United. The first ever Manchester derby in a final. I thought it was a decent game, lucky goals from City, stuff like that. Yeah. What are you guys' general thoughts about the game? I'm gonna tweak with some stuff while you guys.
I mean, they set the tone early. Obviously, I think it's always fortunate when you get a goal in the first minute. However, that being said, you've got to be ready. And Gundogan took that. I mean, it's a beautiful FA Cup goal right there. That one will get replayed over and over. It's a fantastic volley. I mean, I think there's an element of luck to it being after 15 seconds. But apart from that, great technique, great goal, great finish. A goal worthy of the final, in my opinion. And then, you go on from there. I mean, I thought City were the dominant team. I kind of expected that. And then, what happened here? We just lost Cams. What's going on?
Oh, we lost Cams?
On the stream. There you go. They're back.
Sorry.
We're no longer Milo and Hoff. We are the amazing Milo and Hoff because we can just disappear at will. But yeah, I thought City were the dominant team, which I kind of expected. I mean, United got back into it with a call which we can discuss, I suppose. I don't know. I am interested in how Cartwheel feels about that particular call. And then Gundogan with the other foot on the volley this time. I mean, man, great performance from him. I think, I think I said City to win 3-1. So I was one goal off.
Did you guys have Gundogan in your team of the season?
No, he was an option.
No.
Okay. I had him in mind. Yeah, because lately he's been just playing amazing.
Yeah, if we were doing like run-in Gundogan, he's amazing. He does it every year too. It seems like from late March, early April through the end of the season, he's just one of the best players in the world, and he is outside of that time frame, but even more so like in the last chunk of the season. He turns it up.
Yeah. I mean, he's playing amazing. whoever gets him next year is going to be interesting. Apparently, Arsenal are in the talks to get him as well. That could be pretty.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. But in fact, I thought I read something today that wasn't happening. I don't think City are interested in further strengthening Arsenal. You know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was tweaking things. Did you ask me about the penalty? Is that what you asked me?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd like to get your comment because for me, I watched it back 2 or 3 times today. I think it's a really harsh pen. I don't know. I don't know.
So, I was thinking about it. It's 2 things, right? Was it a penalty, and should it be a penalty? Right? In the rules, I think it's a penalty. I don't know. I think it is a penalty, and from the rules. I don't know if you guys can comment on that aspect of it.
I just that's the problem with the rules, though, isn't it? It's subjective.
Well, okay.
That decision is subjective.
No,
Depends
it's
on the
not,
ref.
No, it's not subjective.
We've seen those not given by the same officials in the same league.
But that doesn't mean it's
country.
subjective. That means it was a wrong call.
No, not necessarily. Because do I think Grealish is intentionally batting that ball out the air? No, I don't. I don't think he knew anything about it.
Okay. No. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of lay this out, and in the least, like, there's no bias here or anything. Okay, I swear. You gotta believe me. If the arm is in it's in a making the silhouette of the body bigger, and in that case it was sticking out. It was sticking out. It hit his hand, and that's a penalty. Intention doesn't matter. Whether Grealish had enough time to react to it doesn't matter. All that matters is if his arm was in a weird spot and if it touched it. That's all that matters. This is according to the rules as it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so with that in mind, in my mind, it's a clear penalty. It's harsh, soft, whatever you want to call it. That's different. But it is a penalty. Now, I think the question that you want to talk about, Milo, more is whether it should be a penalty. And you think that shouldn't be.
There is no it absolutely shouldn't be one. I don't think that. I think each handball decision should be looked at in its own merit. I don't think there should be, because there never used to be a blanket rule, if you like, and I think that there needs to be somebody that can look at those, because Grealish is not, in my opinion, Grealish is not intentionally trying to bat the ball down or catch the ball or whatever, right? Like it's like I said to you with the whole Scotty McTwo-hands earlier in the season, or was that last season? I don't know. We've done a lot of these now, but it hits one hand and then it wasn't intentional and it went up and then it somehow hit his other hand and then the other hand again. Like, it was comedic. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if somebody looks at it and you can see them look at the ball and move the arm across, like, you can tell if it's intentional, or you can tell if it's, in my opinion, you can tell if it should be a penalty or not. I want to be careful using the word intentional and unintentional. I'm just saying that you can look at it and you can say that was an accident. That was purely an accident. It wasn't a foul. Foul play, that's the word I want to use. Foul play that implies intention, though. So, but foul play is the term I would use. Was there foul play there? In my opinion, no. Hence, no foul. Hence, no penalty. In my opinion.
If you were able to rewrite the rules, in your opinion, it would be no penalty. That's what you're saying.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think,
I completely agree with that. Like, if you think the rules should be changed, I'm fine with that. If there's a consensus to change the rules, I'm fine with that. But just based on how the rules are now, it's a penalty, and if it wasn't called, it would have been it would have been poor
I
refereeing.
feel like but here's the other thing. I feel like if that game was 0-0, that wouldn't have been given.
It's possible. It's possible.
I'm telling you, which means
I always
some
feel that way.
Which means there's some subjectiveness in there, right? If it's possible.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, I know what you I see what you're saying, yeah. But I don't think yeah. If the scoreline was different, maybe yeah, it's not given. And that's a problem for me as well. That's a problem for me as well. But yeah, I mean
we can't prove that one. That's a hypothetical though, of course. So yeah.
No, but you do see that all the time. You do see that all the time.
You do, yeah.
Certain scoreline, you don't get a call. It should be called, etc.
Certain players, not just certain scorelines. Sometimes it seems like certain players as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Hoff, your thoughts?
I think just to add on to that, I would add certain times as well in the match. And I guess I'm thinking like NBA mostly, but it also happens in football. Just refs want to let things go, or maybe they don't see it. I don't know, but I have a hard time feeling bad for any soft penalties after Sissoko's penalty, because that was it for me on the penalty thing.
Sissoko's penalty?
Yeah, against Liverpool in the final.
Okay. Just trying to get a time,
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't find myself getting much.
2019, right? 2018?
19.
All right, yeah, just for the viewers, we're going to 2019 Champions League final.
I don't hold grudges. It's okay.
Oh, stream is frozen. Is it frozen for you guys?
It's not frozen for me yet.
No.
Let me refresh.
But yeah, handballs. It's not written to be a wild world, but it's a wild world when you're like talking about, and it shouldn't be like, it should be, I feel like, kind of in line with your be more harsh in applications of the rules. It should be black and white. Like, did it hit your hand? That's how I would rate the rules. So that would be a handball. Like, okay, I mean, yeah, you jump and your arms go up. That's the risk you take. You can stay on the ground and not put your arms there.
Can I counter that with, if that's how you want to be though, then you could also say if your boot touches his leg, it's, you know what I mean? If one of your studs touches his leg, it's a red card. Do you know what I mean? Like, there has to be some interpretation in there.
That's
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right? It's hard to explain, but you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I mean,
that makes sense.
The fairest way to do it would take out interpretation, don't you think? Like, as far as like, across the board, this game, that game, any game, you could objectively look at a play and be like, this guy, caught him or didn't catch him, etc.
Yeah.
But yeah, that becomes another thing. Iran brings up a question. Was the foul on KDB, the Fred KDB one? Did you see that?
I did, and for me, I haven't seen the reverse angle, so for me, it looks like he brought him down enough for a pen. I mean, yeah.
I don't know what the score was at the time. Maybe 1-1, I think.
I think it was 1-1. Yeah.
1-1.
Actually, it might have been 1-0 City still. I can't remember. Maybe someone else in the chat can. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It's one of those where Fred is going to shield the ball, right? That's the idea. You know how you kind of just shield the player and then you let the ball run past you, type of thing. Yeah, I mean, if it was called, I would have said, okay, it was called, fine.
Yeah.
Penalty. But obviously, I'm happy that it wasn't called. But I was happy that it wasn't called. But at the same time, I can see why it wasn't called as well, because that's what I felt. It wasn't like KDB had possession of the ball, or KDB was about to kick. I mean, KDB kind of, I know Fred moves his leg in front of KDB's leg, but KDB is making a play towards the ball. So it's kind of like if KDB gets to the ball first and then Fred does that, then it's an easier call to make. But since no one really played the ball, it's tough to say whose ball it was. I don't know.
In essence, like, I'm glad that it didn't come down to that anyway, because I'd much rather a final like that be decided by other goals. Like, I'm tired of big matches only being decided by controversial or on the wire decisions that could go one way or the other. I'm tired of that. I want to see these teams play each other and win with football, and it doesn't happen enough anymore, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And part of it is because the teams are playing tighter, right? It's the same with like a top four clash in the Prem. Teams are playing. The theory is you play a bit tighter. You know what I mean? You're looking to keep it compact and not give up too many opportunities. So I understand why it happens, but it is frustrating to me that we have this array of talent and sometimes it cancels each other out and the game's decided by a quote unquote controversial decision, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The other thing I was thinking about is, right, basically this is what Pep Guardiola does with his teams. Okay, I don't need to say Pep, but these possession-based teams, right? It's tiki-taka, 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 tiki-taka till you get to midfield, right? And then they have to begin an attack, right? That's basically the essence of it, the whole thing. And, you know, the more teams that do this, the more we're going to see that same exact style of play. And why not just let teams start the ball at the midfield line like American basketball? You know? Screw the whole build-up. No one needs build-up. If there's a turnover, then go for it. Put a shot clock, maybe, I don't know, 3 minutes shot clock.
Just stop.
So you can't tiki-taka for 10 minutes, you know? It has to be under 3 minutes, you get to take a shot. If you don't take a shot,
someone cancels the
ball.
NBA playoff feed to Cartwheel's house because it's gone to his head.
If you can't take a shot in 3 minutes, you lose the ball, you know? This tiki-taka possession is so annoying, man. It's so anti-football.
It would be more annoying if the break between the ball going out and it being brought up to midfield was brought to you by Subway.
Hey, you could put a nice big ad on that open patch of grass.
Oh my God, dude. Yep. No. Just stop. Stop trying to ruin my game.
I'm just saying this whole this crazy possession football is gonna ruin the game too. It's just crazy possession football, and won't there always be teams that not fight that, but play the other way, like long ball or more physical? You know what I mean? Like, there's always gonna be teams, but at the high end, yes, I agree with you. I mean, yeah. But okay, so to my point, all right, try to follow me here. This is why you need strict calls from the refs, because it's gonna become an offense-dominated game, right? The team with the ball has the ball always, basically, right? And it's gonna force defenders to try to make tackles or, you know, pull a shirt here or there, you know, to get an advantage. And you're going to need strict calls. You're going to need strong, strict referees in order to, you know, make the game more exciting, because that game was pretty boring, man. I don't know. It was a good final, but it was pretty just, you know, Man City didn't really create anything like we're used to seeing because United just canceled it out. United had more XG if you want to go there. I'm just saying, like, I'm just pulling out XG just to highlight the fact that it wasn't like City played us off the park or anything. You know, it was just a very like cagey game with two lucky shots.
The stat lines I have are 13 shots for United, 3 on target, and City have 11 shots, 5 on target. So wouldn't their XG be higher?
No, not necessarily. So XG takes into other things into account, like location of the shot, etc.
Yeah.
XG is more accurate than looking at, I think, shots on target or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying it. To me, that type of Pep Guardiola football is kind of boring. It just is. Yeah, I mean, it's just keep away. It's just classic possession rat. You know, in FIFA they call them possession rats. You know, in gaming they call them FIFA.
The thing is, though, Brow Don't Care says if you had Pep and you played that way and you were winning trophies, I don't think you would be complaining about it.
Well, I probably wouldn't be complaining about it, but I will.
You definitely wouldn't.
But I would be. It's okay. Yeah, I guess it sounds like a complaint, but I'm just saying that is what's happening. It's pretty boring possession-based football. Even when he was at Barca, that's what was happening, and I liked Barca at first. You know, when they first started doing it, I really enjoyed that tiki-taka possession football. But by the end of those 4 years, I was like, all right, I'm done with this. You know, I turned the TV off when they were playing like a mid-table team.
Yeah, I mean, the Spanish league allowed for it to be played faster as well, I think, right? The tiki-taka is slowed down a bit in the Prem just by the nature of the teams that they're facing and the way that the game goes. In how I see it, especially if you're up against a more physical team, that mid-table team might cause you problems by basically clattering into you from the first minute as much as they can get away with. The problem is, like, I know what you're saying, but again, you know, if your team's winning with it, I mean, that's what you're going to do. Your job is to win games, not to appease rival fans. So it's on the rest of the league, it's on the rest of the managers to find a way to stop them and to make that ineffective, right? It's on the rest of them to do that. I'm not saying I know the answers, because I certainly don't.
Yeah, no, I'm just. It's just so frustrating, man. And that's what it is. It's football made to frustrate. You know, that's what it is. That's the whole thing.
I feel like Mourinho is football made to frustrate.
Well, yeah, when he comes up against good teams, he has to do that. But when he's playing against another team of equal talent or whatever, he's not playing defensive, super defensively. You know, when he knows
I don't have a problem with City's tactics because we have a pretty good record against them.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have to play extremely defensive against him and go on the counter.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's not I'm not really that passionate about it. You know, like. It's not like I really want them to start at half court or whatever and just give each team the ball for a certain amount of time and see what they can do with it. Might as well, though. I mean, at this point, if we're gonna just play keep away till they get to half, you know, midfield and then play it back to if they can't get in, they go all the way back to Ederson and then they start over again. It's just like, okay, I understand it's control, it's possession, but at a certain point, it's gonna get old. That's all I'm saying, and it's not a good product at that point. I don't think, you know.
Yeah, I can see the angle. I can.
It's purely based on like for example, Klopp plays like fun counterattacking football. It's more exciting games. It's just my personal preference. I mean, I understand the appeal to the whole tiki-taka control, domination, you know, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, whatever. Pass your team opponent into submission, but like. Yeah, I don't know. It can get pretty old pretty quick. I don't know. What else happened in the game? 2 wonder strikes. De Gea's at fault for both of them? I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's harsh. There's no...
That second one.
You think
second one? The first one. No, I wouldn't blame. I mean, that went through, 3 defenders? I mean, it was like a CNI goal, kind of.
According to the stats, it was something like 80% of the time that goal goes into the net or something. That XG and sorry, my mouse is whatever. I don't know what that means.
I don't think you can blame De Gea for the first one because again, it's a kind of a freak situation with 15 seconds gone. I'd be looking more at why was Gundogan allowed to run on to the volley unimpeded?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and I mean, that would be my, like, the second one may be a little De Gea, but again, I think it's tangled up amongst some legs, right? It's hard to see them.
Yeah.
Probably hard to see it coming through, and yeah, I know the De Gea debate rages on amongst United fans.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it a little bit. Look, I've been pretty consistent about my stance on De Gea. Is we do we need to replace De Gea? 100%. Do we also need to get a number 9? 150%. Like, we need a number 9 before anything. So for me, it's like if top 4 is the goal, De Gea is okay for top 4. You know, as it stands, he'll give away a shit goal here and there, fine, but he's good enough for top 4. Whether you love him or hate the style of football or whatever, he's good enough for top 4. What isn't good enough for top 4, which we got very lucky that Rashford had a crazy little run of games, is attacking and getting the ball in the net. So I do think we'll replace De Gea. I have a feeling it might happen this summer now, after we decided to move away from getting a new right back. And, you know, I just hope there's enough funds to get a proper goalkeeper, the proper replacement, and then funds to get a striker and a backup for Casemiro, and then Kim Min-jae, excuse me, is lined up to be joining as well. So, you know, honestly, at this point, Kim Min-jae, I mean, it just comes at FFP, what we can sign first, what we can sign second, etc. I don't know.
Who's available? Like, do you think goalkeeper wise, or do you think
Diogo Costa? He's linked to us. So we got Porto goalkeeper, young center, starter for Portugal. He's being linked to us big time.
Are you getting Henderson back or no?
Henderson's coming back. There's talk about him being one of our most valuable assets to sell, to generate funds. So, which is why he may not stay. He could stay. I think Tottenham are actually interested in Henderson. Hoff, I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah. He's one of the 4 or 5 keepers that I've heard us linked with.
Yeah.
Do you think you're in the market for replacing Lloris?
Oh yeah, Lloris said he wanted to leave.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah. I think it was yesterday yesterday was Sunday. Yeah, over the weekend he said, I think it's time for me to go.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are looking at Pickford as well. Pickford.
Oh gosh, that would be the worst. I don't like him. He only plays for England. Plays well for England, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
It'd be an interesting one, that.
Yeah, I mean, De Gea's passing was pretty poor, and you know Ten Hag doesn't want to play passing game. I'm thinking maybe bring in a backup goalkeeper or something, bring in a, if it's just all based on how much funds we have. If we have funds, fine, spend on a goalkeeper. If we don't have funds, maybe look into signing a backup. Jack Butland he was on loan with us. He's gone to Rangers, I think.
Oh wow.
So we have Tom Heaton as our backup, and then we have a young guy, Matej Kovar. I think he was in the Serbian league or something. He just won the league title over there, youngster, and then Dean Henderson as well. So maybe you bring Dean Henderson and this Kovar guy back, and you know, let them battle it out and give them chances. Because you have to remember, with financial fair play, it's not like a fantasy football now, right? It's not like FIFA. You have to have players of value to sell, right? You have to raise the value of your own players and then sell them on in order to generate funds, which makes sense, you know? Or you just wait, you know? You have to wait for money to accumulate, and then you can spend on transfers. But at United, we have the word is 100 million plus sales, right? That's how much we have to spend, and that's not enough for a top class striker, a Casemiro backup, center back, and right back was mentioned, but now we've re-signed Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot. So right back's not a thing anymore. And then on top of that, then you're asking for a new goalkeeper. It's just there's there's a time and place for everything, and I think it just depends where the funds are.
Yeah.
That's all dependent on that.
Has there been any recent news about the takeover bids or anything?
No, nothing new. Apparently, like a week ago, they were talking about. Well, it was like a week before the end of the league. I think they said that in 7 days there'll be an announcement soon, and nothing happened.
Okay.
No, there's just still nothing here.
Okay. 'Cause I remember they had like a first deadline, and then it's like an elimination. They like had the serious bids or whatever.
Yeah, that whole thing was a farce. That whole thing was just fake.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Why the limited budget, you think?
FFP. It's just FFP. That's it. And I think we have to service our debt a little bit as well. It's not like all of it's because of the debt, but
FFP and some of that will be based on the last year or two's deals as well, like the Anthony deal and
Anthony, Casemiro, all that stuff. It all comes into account.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not. It's all these fans who think we can just spend whatever we want. I mean, I did hear another figure that if Qatar does come in, we could have 300 million to spend this summer. If they clear our debt. But these are coming from the experts, the journalists that live in Manchester or whatever, talking about it. But they don't know. So like, I can't even pretend to know. I get my information from them. So if they don't know how much, they're like, it's unclear. We don't know. There's not enough transparency. Blah blah blah. And it's like, there's really nothing we can know unless we know the books. Really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Mason Mount on your radar?
Definitely. He's been.
How does that make you feel? I guess I should say.
Oh man. God, I talk. Yeah. Sorry. I talk every night on the stream about football, so it's like I don't know what to talk about sometimes. Yeah, Mason Mount is being linked to us. Apparently, Chelsea are like saying 70 million or nothing. That's their deal.
Okay.
Those are reports today. Because Chelsea need to hit a certain number of sales by June 30th, right? They have a hard deadline for their future transfer window.
70 mil for Mason Mount.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean,
I feel like he should be a 40 mil player.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, well, he had one bad season.
Yeah.
For just one bad year. But before that, he was playing. He's a decent little player. He's homegrown, which is big because we're going to be losing a lot of homegrown players if the rumored sales go through. We have so many. Twanzebe, Maguire, Brandon Williams, Jack Butland just left. Tom Heaton may be leaving. McTominay could be leaving as well. There's a lot of stuff. But so for that reason, his price could get hiked up a little bit just because he is homegrown. And he's young. He's a counter presser. He has a high defensive work rate as well. He checks some boxes. Obviously, like for example, like we talked about Gundogan earlier. Gundogan costed Man City 25 million, 30 million from Dortmund back in 2015. It's not like those are the type of signings I'm looking for United to start making, right? Those types of things.
Yeah.
70 million for Mason Mount wouldn't be great. 50 million for Mason Mount might be reasonable. But talking about City, let's give credit where credit's due. It's not like City have made great footballing decisions. I was looking at it, and in that summer when Pep bought Gundogan, we bought Pogba for 90 million.
The Gundogan deal was shrewd.
Yeah, we bought Pogba for 90 million that same summer. It's just it just shows you like where United have been. We're playing catch up big time, right? And I don't know if you heard Pep's post-game press conferences. He mentioned Cheeky Begiristain more times than I've ever heard him say Cheeky Begiristain. You know Cheeky Begiristain?
No.
He played with him at Barca. He's the basically the technical director at City. He came to City in 2012, and he started making the signings, putting the squad together, because that's what Pep was saying. He was like, I thank Cheeky for giving me this group of players. Cheeky this, Cheeky that, everything Cheeky. About getting all the players, and to me, just to be frank, we're starting our 2012 City starts today for us. So, City won the title that year. I think it might have been after Cheeky came in or before Cheeky came in, but then they won the title, and then they've been winning a lot. United, on the other hand, we're starting now. So playing catch up to City is going to be tough, and other clubs that are further along in their development as well, like Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yeah.
So there you go. I give City credit on the footballing level, but how were they able to pay for these players? How did this small club in Manchester somehow get the revenue of Real Madrid? I will never know. Oh, it must be all fair. Everything's fair. Fair. Don't you guys find that weird? A club,
No.
Manchester City, having as higher revenue than Real Madrid?
Yeah.
I don't know. But then they just have they sign Pep Guardiola. All the Pep sexuals fall in love. They fall under his spell, and they say, "Oh no, it's not the money. It's Pep Guardiola. It's Pep Guardiola." I don't know. What else? I think Pep's leaving if they win the treble. What do you guys think?
Ooh.
Nah.
No?
He'll stay.
You'll stay?
It's too comfortable.
Yeah.
Too
What else is there to
comfortable for
win?
him.
What else can he do?
Yeah.
He'll win the Club World Cup.
How
Then
long
he
is his,
would-
how
what
long
if
is his
he-
contract?
True.
He won the Club
that-
World Cup. And he's like,
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so he'll stay another season then. I take it back. I forgot Club World Cup. Isn't Club World Cup going to be weird next season or something? It's like going to be in Morocco with like 30 teams or something in January.
Oh, is that the new format?
It might be.
I couldn't remember when that started.
Did you guys see? Apparently, the Community Shield's now going to be Arsenal v City,
Yeah.
which I think is just bullshit. Like, don't you think it should be League Cup versus FA Cup if
Well, what
the Prem and the FA Cup are the same?
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
That
Yeah,
makes
I was curious about that as well. I think
Yeah, I think that's
Someone's
a
gotta-
really bizarre decision.
yeah, England manager. All right, I don't know. You guys, any other anything else to talk about in this United game? I'm trying to think. I just want to say I think it's been a really good season for United. I think Ten Hag mentioned in his press conference how City is the best team in the world right now. So it's not, I mean, it is a one-off cup final, and anything could have happened. But there's no, it's not the end of the world losing to Man City, even though it is going to give them the treble. Do we want to talk about the treble? Oh, man.
We were talking about it this morning, weren't we?
Yeah.
In the Discord. I mean, look, I'll talk about it in its own right. It would be, again, for me, it would be a great achievement. You won't be able to take that away from them. However they got here is however they got here. We can't change that. But to win the treble would be a hell of an achievement.
I mentioned this last night. Okay. Do you remember, like on hockey games, right? You can play with the Bruins or like the Red Wings or the Sharks or the Oilers or the Eastern Conference All-Stars,
Mm-hmm.
or the Western Conference All-Stars. That's the situation, in my opinion. City have, over the years, through financial doping, put together a squad. Somehow. Not based on prior success based on money. And they bent the rules to put a team together, almost like an all-star team. And here you have it. You have a team. Now, I understand everyone is you know, they are, what's it called? Romanced by the style of football and Pep's bald little head. And they're just like, oh, it's so beautiful. Couldn't be the money. It must be Pep. Oh, it must be Pep. He plays such beautiful football. Live in your fantasy land, okay? You need money to get Pep there, first of all, and you need money to sign players to the club, you know, to get the wages, right? The wages are everything.
See, this is a problem I was having this morning. Like, the contempt is just dripping through in your when you're talking. Like, we can hear it.
Yeah, no, I was very, very much aware that it was coming through there. I'm just saying, there's yeah, I can appreciate Pep ball. I mean, I appreciated Pep ball in Barcelona, and that was peak football for me. City is nice too, but like, it's just, there's just massive holes in the development of this team, and it's not alleged breaches. It's not alleged charges. The charges are the charges are real. It's not fake. I'm not making stuff up here, you know. But we could talk about this every Ten Hag is more bald. That's fine. I mean, I don't think Ten Hag is out here trying to romance anybody, okay?
I pinned that message to the chat because I thought that was.
I don't know how to. What? There you go. I don't know why that thing's not working for you guys. I'm not sure exactly how to get it to work.
Yeah, it's probably a Discord bot of some kind needed.
Yes, or something. Yeah, no, congratulations to City on winning the treble. It's good. It's good for the players, you know. It's good for them. Good.
What if I feel like Arteta's got enough hair that they could make a wig for Pep and one for Ten Hag out of Arteta's hair, you know?
I don't know what Arteta has. I saw a report.
Oh God.
Where's he going
with Simon Jordan
Jordan
said it.
Like, okay, go on.
That Arteta was on Epstein's Island.
No, so I
and
told
Callum
you.
Hudson-Odoi. I looked at the list again. There was Callum Hudson-Odoi and Mikel Arteta were the only names on the list.
It's a doctored list. I've seen the same thing with Klopp on the list.
I looked for Klopp on the list. I couldn't find it.
No, but like if you look up, it was literally made by a Tottenham fan and posted in November last year.
All right.
Like the Arteta, the list with Arteta on it was literally made by a Tottenham fan and posted.
All right, okay.
In November 22.
Okay. November 22 does sound right though. Yeah. So you're probably. It's just, you know, once you.
But Cartwheel's just seeing it now and he got all giddy about it.
But why was Callum Hudson-Odoi on there?
I mean, I think again the same person or somebody was doing it for like a laugh, like just as a meme, you know. Like I could get the list, right? I could put Cartwheelchamp on there. It wouldn't be hard to add your name to the list. And then everyone would be like, Cartwheel went to Epstein's Island.
Multiple sources had it, though. Had Arteta on their list. Anyways.
Yeah. But also, I will point out that list is the flight log of the plane, not the people that went to the island.
Oh, okay. Well, then you just, okay. He took a plane near Epstein's Island.
No, I'm pretty sure, like I'm 99% sure that was a meme. But
okay.
In looking into it, I also saw that list is a flight log. Because if not, look at the names on that list. Do you know how many people would be cancelled right now? And none of them are.
They say exactly what you're saying.
Well,
that was a meme. That was fake.
Right. Do they? I don't know. I've never heard Tom Hanks or whoever else is on the fucking list say anything about it.
Anyways, I don't know.
I don't know why you.
I don't know why you brought this up, Hoff. I don't know why you brought this up, Hoff.
I don't know why you brought this up.
Sorry.
This is just sports talk bullshit.
I made the list actually, so.
All right. Anything else to
Just
talk about
trying
the
to-
Manchester City United situation? City play Inter this weekend. That's a big match in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Come on, Inter.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm cheering for Inter. Yeah.
What do you
And
think?
I
think
wouldn't
it'll be
be
a good
upset if
match.
Haaland got some sort of weird injury and had to miss next season.
Yeah, Haaland.
Oh, and then Alvarez as well, because they've just got a World Cup winning striker just sitting on the bench doing nothing.
How much trouble could you get into if you just went up to someone and broke their leg?
I mean, you could, if it was clear intention.
Yeah.
Ask Tanya Harding's hitmen.
What if I said I was mentally unstable and I like broke someone's
I'd
leg?
believe you.
And then I
Oh,
broke someone's
sorry.
leg. Like,
Yeah, like
would
what's
I-
his face for Stoke? The guy that did it to Aaron Ramsey.
Shawcross?
Yeah, that was intentional. Yeah.
Was it? I don't know. All I'm
Looked it
saying
from where I was sitting.
is, you know, couldn't someone just, like an Italian, you know, mafia, hire a hitman, break Haaland's left foot, and leave, you know?
Yeah.
Would you get in more trouble because it's Haaland? And he plays soccer, football, and he kicks with his feet?
Would you get in more trouble than like just a regular person?
Yeah, just like, you know, someone who works at...
I would hope not,
Cornerstone.
because I'd like to think that, you know, it wouldn't happen, but I'd like to think that you or I would get treated like a human, the same as a footballer. They're not
Right.
special.
Yeah.
However, it would be in damages because they're going to miss out on money in their career, so they would be awarded more in damages. You know what I mean?
Oh. Okay. Okay. Anyways, just a thought. You know, if anybody out there lives in the greater Manchester area who wants to take one for the team being everyone on earth outside of City fans and Norwegian fans.
Yeah. Can Inter do it though? Like that's the question.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. I just think I don't know, who is it on the right side for them? It's Dumfries, right? Dumfries and Darmian.
Yeah.
On the right
Yeah,
side.
I'm just bringing up their semi-final team sheet.
Yeah, it's like
I like their midfield, but I think Mkhitaryan is a bit of a weak link.
yeah, I
Although
mean, yeah,
he's playing well for
defensively.
them.
Yeah, defensively for sure.
You got Chalahonglu. Did I do it right?
Yeah, that's close enough.
Close enough. And Berea, obviously, great player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, they'll have to work. It'll be Dumfries and Darmian on that side against Grealish. And on the other side, it'll be DeMarco and Bastoni versus Bernardo Silva. I think that side they'll be okay. But then it's going to be like, I don't know who defensively they can put in midfield. It's going to be Barella, Brozovic. I don't know who they have on the bench.
I mean,
Gagliardini, I think. Yeah, Gagliardini.
trouble is that back three has the handful basically with Haaland on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and then it's just De Bruyne. De Bruyne is key. He just unlocks them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And Gundogan, I guess he's also one. Like, this is the other thing. Maybe Gundogan is like, I'd be interested to see if Gundogan is as successful elsewhere, because maybe, you know, the De Bruyne, Haaland, Grealish, Bernardo Silva equation is taking the focus off of Gundogan and giving him more space, giving him more opportunities to pop up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to see if he's as influential at another team. If he's like the guy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be. By the way, if you try to get Haaland, you might you best not miss, because you're in for okay, yeah. Yeah, you have to be very precise with the Haaland thing. Yeah, so
He was a beast at Dortmund. Yeah.
I think City wins. I think City wins. I think we all think City win, right?
Inter on penalties. I'm going.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
I just want to see Dzeko score.
Oh yeah, that'd be good too. Lukaku said, "Who?" He said, "Who is Noel Gallagher?" He says, "No one knows who." He's like, "No one knows who Noel Gallagher is."
Who, Lukaku said that?
Lukaku said that.
Oh,
It doesn't surprise me that Lukaku doesn't have any musical taste.
yeah, that's fair.
To be fair, like I don't think a lot of young people know who Liam Gallagher or Noel Gallagher.
If they haven't listened to Oasis, then they're missing out. That's my favorite band all time.
Just back to the FA Cup final real quick. My favorite stat. You brought up Noel Gallagher, and it ties in with my stat. If you start the beginning of the match and sync it up with "Don't Look Back in Anger," Gundogan scores when the singing starts.
Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, look at that. People don't know who that is. Anyways, and I don't think it's a shame that I think it's fine that people don't know who Oasis is.
No, in the age of Spotify, it's inexcusable.
I just think everyone isn't into rock music like they used to be.
No, I know.
Someone's heard Wonderwall.
Oh,
Yeah, someone would probably recognize it.
But if you ask me to, if I had to say to someone, go listen to the following 3 Oasis songs, it wouldn't be Wonderwall, wouldn't be Don't Look Back in Anger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
those ones have been played to death, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderwall in particular. Although,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I have anything else on this game. I don't think I have anything else on this game. Let's talk other Premier League clubs. Let's talk Arsenal. What's going on with Arsenal this week?
nothing.
No games.
There's nothing to talk about. We don't.
How about
need
the
to.
new kit? How about the new kit?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it?
I like it. Yep, I do. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Well, it doesn't matter. You'll be watching 2 games probably, or maybe you'll watch more.
I watch Arsenal. Come on, I watch Arsenal.
Yeah, but
It's called hate watching.
Whether you like the kit or not is absolutely irrelevant because you wouldn't buy it even if you liked it.
No, but I feel like I could tell if it's gonna sell because it's basically like for example, look at the United kit. Have you seen that away kit with the green white with the red pinstripes?
No, because I don't really care about other teams' kit.
All right, well, it's there's some things you just kind of it's all a marketing ploy.
Okay,
right?
no,
It's a
they
marketing-
didn't. NL. They put gold in there. It's a throwback to I want to say 2003, 2002. We had gold on our sleeves. There was like a gold lining on like around the arms and the back. There was 2 gold lines that came down. It was just a throwback to an older kit. Teams always are doing throwback kits. We'll do a red current kit at some point in the future. Mark my words. And it'll be the same color as the year we left Highbury. Won't be anything special about it. It will just be a throwback kit. People love retro stuff, man. That's what they're going for.
Yeah, but I think so. I'm usually a fan of gold on kits, but there's too much. It's mixed with too much white for the Arsenal kit. I like gold on like single colors.
I'd agree with that.
If it's like white,
Yeah.
gold, red, it's like too much.
I understand, but again, it's just a throwback to a kit that was really cool, and that's all it is. Nothing more to it.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a nice kit though. That green white pinstripe. It's like they're not thinking about just football. They're thinking about casual wear. Like wear it here, wear it there. Blah blah blah.
Well, I'm gonna criticize it now because
Should we look it up? Do you have a link?
Yeah, it just looks like the football pitch, but brighter. What's special about that?
Let me find a picture for you.
I've
let's see here.
had boogers that look like that.
Look at this beautiful kit. I'm testing this to see. Hopefully it works. Oh, look at that beautiful kit.
Oh.
Oh, did I lose you guys? Oh, I did. Sorry. There we go. Look at that beautiful kit, guys.
Looks like a
Gorgeous.
Brazilian club kit. I can't think of the club off the top of my head.
Just looks like Newcastle.
Ooh.
It looks like someone put a green pair of pants in with a Newcastle shirt, and out came that.
I mean, it's. Do you want to see the Chelsea kit that's rumored? This is a rumor from Footy Headlines.
It's uniquely shit.
Look at
NL.
this thing.
What?
Look at that thing.
Yeah, see, retro. You guys, do you know where they sell the most shirts? Is in England,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you gotta factor in what's selling over there. Look, that's a retro look. Retro is big right now over there. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. This is the
That
last
is
one.
That's a retro style kit, right? That one's clean. I like that.
This is the first one without the badge. It's got a logo instead now.
It's clean, but it screams Liverpool more than United.
It
in
does
my
look
opinion.
very much Liverpool. From this angle, it doesn't look bad, but the gold pops way more on TV. There you go. There's a better angle.
Yeah, I know, but go back to the retro kit.
Yeah.
That had it.
I was just looking at it.
This one?
No, Arsenal's the one
Yeah.
that this kit is a throwback to.
The unfortunate
Oh, what's
thing
it
is
called?
they're wearing Adidas now, so
Yeah.
they have to have those stripes.
They have to have
there.
the stripes, whereas before it
It was
wasn't
a
Adidas,
Nike.
it was Nike.
Yeah.
Or I call it Nike, but you call it
Yeah.
Nike. So
Yeah.
it was more subtle, which maybe you would have preferred.
Is it?
It was
What year is it?
0304.
Homage to?
0304.
0304. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's still a lot of white, but since they're Adidas now, they have to have that gold. And
Yeah.
they made
It was the
stripes.
02 shirt.
Oh, this. Yeah, they have to have the stripes. Yeah.
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 No bueno.
But
The
it's
stripes
that one
throws
there,
off.
which not that one. It's the one like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. That one, right?
This one.
With the gold on it.
Oh, don't dox me.
So like because it had like the Nike it had this gold stripe down it. But yeah, because it's Adidas.
Mhm.
But again, the theme is retro. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyone that it's reading more into it than that has a low intelligence level. I'll let you figure out who I'm talking to in the chat.
All right. Anyways, yeah. So new kits. Jeez, damn. This summer's gonna be tough, guys. This
No,
summer's gonna
it'll
tough.
be fun.
No.
I
All right,
mean,
so
No way.
you know what?
Arsenal transfers. Declan Rice apparently going to Bayern Munich, wanted by Bayern Munich, heavily linked with Arsenal, obviously. United throwing in their name in the hat as well. Also, Moises Caicedo, heavily linked to Arsenal, linked now to Chelsea. Chelsea's coming in. Chelsea missed out on Ugarte. He's gone to PSG. So now this might be Caicedo to Chelsea.
Did you see the part? It was, I mean, it wasn't rumored. It was a report about that Ugarte Chelsea deal included partial like transfer of some ownership to Tabole of from Sporting.
Yeah, they it was something. Yeah, something like that. Something like they
Like a
promised
certain amount
to
of shares
support-
or whatever.
Yeah, they promised to support Sporting in the future, like do more deals with them. Yeah.
yeah, my understanding with Rice is, but I mean, none of us really know, right? My understanding is that his preferred destination will be Arsenal. I mean, if we pay what West Ham want, we'll get him. It's kind of that simple, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, he plays on Wednesday, so probably we'll find out more after that.
I think so. And I mean, it's not a secret. Him and Caicedo, we're linked with both. Todd Boehly doesn't employ scouts. He just goes after whoever Arsenal are trying to sign, and that's fine. So I think Arsenal should start doing some really dodgy scouting, and like we're gonna bid 100 mil for this guy, and then Boehly will go and buy him, and
150. Got it.
yeah. Like I feel like we should really try and stitch him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I and then I saw something yesterday. Arteta's, maybe Xhaka, maybe it isn't cut and dry. That makes me concerned that they're worried about not getting a target. But then again, all the talk of Xhaka leaving and us signing Rice and us signing Casido, it's all just media stuff. It's none of it has come from any of those people's mouths.
Yeah, we got to figure out how we're gonna deal with all that stuff. What if we just?
Yeah.
What if
Are we gonna
just
have
said,
our own
like,
tier system?
We should have a transfer talk embargo and only discuss like other events. News of the day show.
Here we go.
Through the summer.
A transfer that has been completed is
Yeah.
that we can talk about is Alexis McAllister to Liverpool.
Mm,
Apparently, it was
good signing.
much cheaper than reported 50 million. Apparently, his release cost was quite low. McAllister to Liverpool, great signing.
Yeah.
Great signing. He's gonna definitely replace Thiago, right? Who I've been consistent by saying, I'm not a huge fan of Thiago. But I wonder if it'll change the way I don't know, McAllister, kind of a box-to-box creative player. It'll be nice. It's interesting that he's so cheap. I don't know how they got him for so cheap. It's curious.
And no bidding war, like how?
Yeah.
It does make me wonder how do clubs suddenly get it done? Like, I don't
clue.
understand, because my club has never been able to do that. I mean, last year was the earliest that we've done our business. Like the Jesus Zinchenko stuff all happened pretty quickly. That's the earliest I could remember us doing deals. Wenger notoriously went deep into the window, like last day almost. Like Ozil was the last day signing. I think Sanchez was the last week or so. Like it's, I'd much prefer you get out there and get your business done. But obviously, both sides have to be willing to play ball. I guess Brighton closet Liverpool fans in there. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, it's a good signing though. It almost makes you wonder, like, why is it so cheap? Maybe there's something like the higher ups know that we don't. That he's like, there's something wrong with him or something. Like, like it's curious. It's curious.
Yeah.
Benzema. I mean, we'll get to a little bit of La Liga is crazy. It ended up not being that crazy, but Benzema played his final game for Real Madrid. He scored a penalty as well in their loss against who did they play? At Bilbao. No, they drew. They won. I can't remember now. I'll have to. I have it on a tab here. But Benzema played his final game. He's apparently going to Saudi for 200 million per year. Insane money. Oh, they drew against Bilbao. Sorry. There was talk of him staying. Now that he's leaving, who is his replacement? A lot of people talking about Kane. A lot of people talking about Mbappe. They've signed Joselu as a backup. Kind of that elder statesman type. So,
what if they sign Ollie Watkins?
That'd be interesting.
Actually, I heard a rumor that Watkins might be going to Tottenham. That's why I said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's a rumor I saw today, that if Kane goes, they will go for Watkins.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, Watkins is great.
Maybe Rail come in for Eddie and Nketiah.
Ooh.
Or Belugan.
Oh, Belugan.
Apparently we want 40 mil for Belugan. What do you think? Not bad. I
haven't seen enough of him, to be honest.
No, but I guess
Yeah.
if you're as a forward, you're measured on goals. Obviously, French league tax. Let's factor that in. But you're young. You're gonna sell shirts in America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got to factor everything in.
Yep. So did you hear about the Saudi league investing, or the Saudi government investing 20 billion into the Saudi league? 20 billion.
Yeah, but I mean, you could invest all you want. Doesn't mean it's going to work. Take off.
I mean, isn't that? I mean, not to the same extent, but isn't that what the Chinese league was? Is
But that's all the way
I mean,
in
without
China.
the. Yeah, but they still like. They had like a hard push for like 3 or 4 seasons of like signing top guys, and they got some like. Didn't Drogba go there for a hot minute? I know they got Oscar. Oscar's still there, I think. But it just kind of fizzled out.
Well, okay, so I think how okay. What? Let me look at a map. Saudi Arabia. How far is it from?
It doesn't matter how much money you put in. It's never going to become the place to go and play football. For the
It's
best.
close
in the game.
enough to Europe, in my opinion, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's close enough to Europe. It's close enough to nice, familiar vacation spots for these millionaire footballers. Like, it has a better chance than China, that's all I'm trying to say. And better chance than MLS, and, whatever. I just think that there's, and the people there are already into the game. There's everyone. It's probably the number one sport there, I'm guessing. It's not in the U.S. China, it might be as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, good luck to him. Good luck to him. I think growing the game there is a clear goal of theirs, but I just I can't see it becoming like a go-to place for like the best young players in the world, which is what you'd need in addition to some of the best oldest players in the world.
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it would be like the Dutch league would be threatened by this, or maybe the Portuguese league would be threatened by this, or maybe.
I think it's also hard. I think it would be hard to convince a lot of people to go and live, not just, in that religious climate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what it's like to live there. I don't know what it's like.
No. Yeah. I mean, I know a couple of people that grew up there. One guy I sim race with regularly, and he talks about how wonderful it is, and it looks great, and all the rest of it. But it is definitely be a lifestyle change for a lot of people, right?
Yeah. Right.
I think they need to use a good chunk of that 20 billion. Like if you're really serious about it, you're gonna have to grow the game from grassroots as well. That's going to take a lot of money, which they have. Money's not an issue, but you need the training facilities. I'm assuming because of the weather conditions, you're going to have to either play on turf, or you're going to have specialist equipment that can keep the grass in a beautiful state all year round. You're going to have the facilities, and then you got to get the kids playing. You could hire whatever coaches you can. You could bring them in for a year at a time to really coach the youth and try and build up that way. I feel like, trying to buy guys at the end of their career and throw big contracts at them, and sure, it'll sell some tickets and sell some shirts, but it's not going to grow the league.
Yeah, no, I bet they're gonna spend quite a bit. Speaking of artificial pitches, Holland just announced that all pitches have to be natural grass next year. Or next year, or year after next, I think. All stadiums have to have natural grass pitches.
In America?
No, in Holland. In Holland.
Oh, in Holland. Well, they should. I think football should be played on real grass all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think that's. I hate that my daughter plays on turf. It's really bad for your joints as well.
Yeah.
I like turf. I do like turf because it's flat. That's the only aspect of it I like. But bumpy. If the field it costs a lot to upkeep a field.
It does, yeah. But they play some games. They play at a school field, like depending on I guess the availability of the fields in the city.
Yeah.
And so they kind of jump around, and sometimes they play on a school field that's grass, and it's not the best, and the grass is either it's never mowed. You know what I mean? Like it's always got some growth on it. Like
it's hard to run on that stuff when it's like a sponge.
Yeah,
it's like it's
a little bit. Yeah, grass has to be loved.
Yeah.
For,
No,
for
sure.
it to be like a football pitch, like what we're used to watching in the Premier League, those groundskeepers are amazing.
Amazing.
What they do,
Yeah.
because the weather conditions in England are shite. Like I think Arsenal actually were one of the pioneers of, because we always had a beautiful pitch at Highbury as well, and we invested something crazy, and now all the teams have them, which are these huge floodlights, UV lights. They're a company in Holland that make them, and they roll them out, and it gives the grass sunlight in winter, which is, you know, all to keep it just pristine. They do an amazing job, man. But obviously,
Yeah.
I played on pitches on grass when I was young in England that were, some of them were on slope.
Yeah. Or and like the goalkeeper box was just like a puddle of water, you know, just mud and water.
Exactly. Yeah,
It was
just a
just
mud
like-
bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Like second half running uphill, you're just like, kill me now. Like,
Yeah, that was the
I-
thing, you know. You win the toss, you're like, wait, which way's the downhill? You know?
yeah.
We played one game. There was a team in our league in high school, and I played in goal, and we played on their football field. So they just like put lines out, and they put rolled the goals out. It had a crown in the middle, so the water would run off, and the crown was so steep. I could stand in the middle of the goal, and the crossbar would be right here on my arm. And I'm only like 6 foot. I'm not super tall or anything. And it was like the middle of my forearm, and I could go to the corner and not, like, my fingers would barely be getting the bar. It was
Jeez.
crazy.
You're like, I want to play on the wing today, coach.
Yeah, you're like diving downhill to make
Just keep me,
saves.
just keep me away from the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's football season, soccer season's after football season as well, so the field's always torn up. At least at my high school.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. It'll come back to me.
Oh, hang on, I got the sound effect for this. Hang on.
There we go. There we go. I don't know what else I was gonna say, but other farewells, kind of farewells. We had also Asensio was his final game for Madrid. He's going to PSG, so it makes you wonder what's going on at PSG. Obviously, Messi has played his final game. He had lunch today with Laporte in Barcelona. Apparently, they're trying to get a deal done. He wants to go to Barca. What do you guys think about that? Messi going to Barca.
I like it, but in my opinion, he shouldn't have left in the first place.
Yeah, he was forced out, right, because of the financials.
Yeah, he was.
But yeah,
Yeah.
He was.
It'll be interesting to see how Xavi uses him. I think that'll be if he's used like he was in Paris or like peak Messi. He's obviously not the same player anymore. He's still one of the best players around, but his physical aspects aren't what they used to be.
yeah,
Barcelona instantly will quadruple their shirt sales for next season.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
for
Like,
sure.
instantly.
Yeah, I don't think he should go back to Barca. I don't
No.
think Barca should. I mean, obviously, financially, it makes sense for Barca, like commercial wise and stuff. But I mean, he is going to cost a lot as well. But on a footballing level, I don't think he should go back to Barca, and I think Barca should move on from him. I would rather, like, if you're gonna spend a ton of money on anybody, I would spend a ton of money on Busquets replacement, someone like that, or like the who's gonna be after Lewandowski. You know, I don't think they need to bring in Messi at 30. He'll be 35.
Talking money though, like, does he need? Is money a motivating factor for him anymore? The amount he's earned in his career, like, surely it's not.
I don't think so.
We kind of mentioned it last week about just, you know, that generational apocalypse alien money, you know,
Yeah, I
that
know.
type of thing. I guess that's really what it is, right? I mean, why else would you want that much money? It's a generational, right? Your family will never want for anything. They'll never, if any sort
Right.
of world catastrophe happens, you'll be safe, you know. You know, you'll 100% have a lifeboat. When they have a cure for cancer, you'll get there. when you go beyond, when you finally find out, what's beyond the Arctic Circle, the ice wall. We'll find out what's beyond the ice wall. Messi will know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, the Messi grandchildren will definitely be spoiled.
Yeah. Who knows?
But they'll
Maybe
be
they
spoiled
won't.
anyway, man, because they're gonna get given a DVD or whatever, like a set. Not a DVD. It's just stream. Everything's streamed now.
Yeah. Now they'll have the the eyesight from Apple. Have you guys seen the eyesight?
Yeah. There you go. So they'll have eyesight from Apple, and they'll just be watching clips of their granddad, who was the fucking best player that ever lived.
Yeah.
They're already spoiled.
I wonder if they'll know that he took HGH.
Oh god, we're going back down that road.
I wonder, like, when does it die off?
I swear, Cart sends these shows in to TalkSport as like an audition. Right?
No. They're next level. They're next level. Literally, their tagline: "Disagree to disagree." Talk sport. It's like Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Should we talk about Zlatan? I wanted to bring up Zlatan.
Absolutely.
Is he on your list?
Goodbye. Yeah. He's on the list. I have a bunch of random stuff on the list, but yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, this is like the wrap up closeout show.
Oh yeah, Benzema. Sorry, on the topic of Benzema, real quick. Kai Havertz has verbally agreed personal terms with Real Madrid. Real Madrid have told Havertz camp that they will make a bid to Chelsea for him soon. Still no contact between the clubs. The only reason I bring this up, well, obviously other than Benzema, right? We're talking about Benzema replacement. Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah, right? Both were at Chelsea for a little bit and have since flourished. I know everyone wants to say Havertz this, Havertz that, he's trash, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying he's 24? Probably around the same age as Salah and KDB were there. Probably around that age. He could turn it around. He could turn it around at Madrid. Who knows? He kind of plays that. He could play that false nine like Benzema kind of did. His finishing is not the same, but, he could provide a little attacking there. But yeah, that's all I got on that one. I don't know if you guys, what do you guys think of Havertz?
I mean, what a step down on paper, Benzema to Havertz. I think I'd rather keep an old Benzema than risk Havertz. He's just he can't go to Real Madrid and be their 9. No, it's just not going to work. He can't.
Maybe he takes over like Asensio role or something. I don't know.
He's the Hazard replacement, right?
Yeah, that's the big thing. There's so much I forget. Madrid in the last couple of days, they have freed up 75 million euros in wage cap space. Hazard, Benzema, Asensio. There's one more.
Do you think they bring in Havertz and Kane?
That's what I'm saying. There's rumors of there's obviously Bellingham. Then it's Havertz, Kane, Mbappe has apologized to Fiorentino and Madrid for his conduct last year. Recently, he apologized. I think Hakimi could be on because they're in the market for a right back. Carvajal's getting a little older. I think they're in the market for a right back. So I think Hakimi from PSG, who is a homegrown talent at Madrid, I believe.
I saw that today, Ron. Alphonso Davies as well. Apparently they've looked into,
Yeah, so there's a lot of links, and I don't know. I think it'd be cool, man. Another little mini Galacticos, Fiorentino's third little mini Galacticos would be nice. I think it'd be cool. Oh, Mariano Diaz is gone as well.
He's finally leaving.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Other transfer news. Spurs. They are willing to let 7 first-team players go. Lloris, Perisic, Lo Celso, Reguilon, including Reguilon, Winks, Sanchez, and Sessegnon are in doubt as well. And they're listening to offers for Davies. Everyone. Davies, Dyer. What do you want to see happen, Hoff?
Of those, I would only prefer to keep Reggie on, especially if the new manager plays forward at the back, because I think he's a pretty good left back. He's not the best at crossing or attacking, I guess, but defensively, I always thought he was pretty solid.
Spurs need to keep Longley. You want to keep Longley?
No.
Longley was
I mean,
was in the worst 11 of the Premier League this season.
Not on
according to,
his
like Sofa score.
If he takes a pay cut, I wouldn't mind, but I wouldn't take a pay cut, so I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But if he did, I wouldn't mind him being like an option at center back, but I wouldn't keep him as like the starting center back. Yeah, he's just not it. I saw a bunch of links. I mean, getting linked with everyone. We don't officially have a manager, even though it's probably gonna be announced like tomorrow or Wednesday.
Angie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angie. Is it Ange or Angie? How do you say it?
They've been saying it Ange.
Ange. All right.
Yeah. Postecoglou. Ooh. Very, very Greek.
He's won all the trophies in Scotland. Apparently, I think he won the Scottish Cup. I think this last weekend or something.
Yep.
So he's
got
done
the
it all.
domestic treble.
What I think Tottenham they need that manager who's going to take a fall before the established manager comes in to save the day type of thing. Nagelsmann apparently going to PSG as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's apparently happening. What time are we at? Do you have rapid fire today, Milo?
I do, yeah.
You do? Okay. Maybe we.
I got Syria news, which we could
yeah.
tie in with Zlatan.
Yeah. Speaking of Zlatan, did you see his goodbye? Goodbye. It said in the
I
stands.
did, and it was emotional for everybody.
You had choice words for Zlatan in the stream last night. He came in with a little TTS. I won't repeat it, but
no, I typed Zlatan because one time on a comedy show in England, I heard them call him Zlatan, even he's a bitch, and I just thought it was funny.
Oh, even he's that's funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
It was just funny. It was just.
I thought maybe you had a certain feeling towards Zlatan.
No, listen, Zlatan. Let's talk about Zlatan.
Yeah, let's talk about Zlatan.
I mean, goals. His career stats: 405 goals, 637 games in his adult career. Pretty good numbers. Where do you rank him in the top? Do you rank him in the top 10 forwards of the last 15 years?
I'd have to think about that. It would be close, maybe. Yeah, maybe. It'd be close. I feel like that. I could think of a lot of players that are up there.
Yeah.
And I mean, 10, 15 years is quite a bit of time. Well, 15 years would take us back to what, 2008? So you got Eto'o, we got to go all the way back there.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely around the top 10, definitely. To me, it's just the personality, It's just the presence, the swag, the character, right? You need these characters.
The rumor is, or the story goes, that he had signed at Arsenal basically in all but signature. He had a shirt, he had the number 9 shirt. This is when he was young, around the year 2000.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was 19, I believe the story goes. And the story is that the deal was done in principle. He had the shirt, he'd taken the pictures with the club photographer that would be released to the media, and they asked him to do a trial with the first team in a training session. And he said, I don't do trials, and left. That's how the story goes. Yeah. That's how the story
Damn.
goes. And knowing Zlatan, I can believe it. I don't know if that's true. That is the story. And he went on to Ajax and so on and so forth. But man, not you don't know that it would have turned out quite the same for him anyway, do you? But what happens is meant to happen, I suppose. But I would love to have seen him there. To be honest, it would have been something.
Yeah. He had choice words for England in his documentary. He wasn't
Did
a
he?
fan of. Yeah, he wasn't a fan of English football. He's like,
Do you think it's because he came there late in the career and like he couldn't be quite so imposing, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think he didn't rate it, the style of football at the time.
And that makes me interested because he liked to bully defenders a lot, right?
Oh,
And I wonder
yeah.
if and I wonder if in England, it was more of him getting bullied when they're playing
Right.
these lower league, lower table teams. You know what I mean? Bit more physical. They're not intimidated by Zlatan.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
But yeah, legend character. He's kind of is bigger than football. He's just that aura. Etc. Famously didn't get along with Pep Guardiola. I know. I shouldn't bring that up.
You just can't help yourself.
Yeah, I just can't. It's just there's just some things. Yeah, Zlatan's gone. Serie A. What else happened? Serie A was pretty exciting on the last day. I mean, it was relatively exciting. I was following along.
Yeah, I got some notes. You want me to run through them?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty bullet points as we've been doing for the last few weeks. Lazio secured second by 2 points with a 2-0 win over Empoli. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. All the twos there. Decent season for Lazio. They just couldn't keep pace, obviously, with Napoli, and no one could. Inter took third with a 1-0 win over Torino, finishing ahead of AC by 2 points. AC did get a 3-1 win over Verona. We'll get to Verona at the end of this little spiel. Atalanta pipped Roma to fifth by 1 point with a 5-2 win over Monza. Roma did beat Spezia 2-1, which factors into the end as well. But it wasn't enough to get fifth. Juve finished the oddest season for them in seventh. Interestingly, if they hadn't have got the 10-point deduction, they would have finished fourth on goal difference. So I thought that was kind of interesting. At the other end of the table, Spezia and Verona both lost, so finish on 31 points each. And instead of goal difference, we have a playoff for the final relegation spot next Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool. I think that's kind of cool.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That is weird that they do that. It's kind of, I don't know. They had the goal. They don't do goal difference. I guess they don't do head to head either. I don't know.
This is the first time in 15 years or something that they've done this. So normally it was. This is the first season in a long time that they've done this.
Yeah, they used to do head to head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Juve. Conference League for Juve. I think Roma scored in the last minute to secure their Europa League spot, but yeah.
Yeah.
Bundesliga is done. There was the Bundesliga or the Pokal final. Christopher Nkunku scoring the winner. Leipzig versus who did they play? Eintracht
just
Frankfurt.
blanked. Yeah.
Kolomuani's team, yeah.
Yep.
Frankfurt. They beat Frankfurt in the Pokal. So good for them. Nkunku's final game for going to Chelsea. La Liga was pretty crazy. La Liga was pretty crazy. La Liga it was a very unique season. There's no mid-table. Every team was either competing for a European place or fighting relegation on the final day. Almost every team had a chance to get into Europa League. Ended up ending with Valladolid. Valladolid had, I believe, they played against Getafe. Valladolid started the night in 18th place. And they needed a win over Getafe to get out of the relegation zone. Getafe had 75 passes. I think it's the lowest in La Liga or something. And Valladolid couldn't score a goal. It ended 0-0. Yeah, we were watching this in Discord actually. Myself, Stefan, Sinkara, Mordecai. It was pretty crazy. Espanyol Almeria played each other as well. Almeria at one point was up 3-2 and they were out of the relegation zone. But then Espanyol scored at the last minute and Espanyol was up 3-2 and Almeria scored a penalty in the last minute in like the late minutes, and that single point took them out of the relegation zone. So Valladolid fans were like going crazy for a second. You know, when you hear the news, everyone's getting the news on their phone that they're staying up, and then penalty decision, clear penalty, and then they scored and they got the point they needed. But yeah, everyone basically drew at the bottom of the table, and the table basically stayed the same as it began, with the exception of Celta de Vigo, who beat Barcelona 2-1, who were also in danger of being relegated. I think in the end, had they drawn, it wouldn't have. They still would have been in the same spot. But yeah, they ended up beating Barcelona 2-1. So yeah, it's Valladolid's going down. That's why it says Ronaldo, goodbye Fenomeno. You know, just, I don't know, some random thing.
Gotcha.
So he's the president of Valladolid. They play some nice ball, Valladolid, as well, but they're going down. Osasuna beat Girona. Girona is Manchester City's sister club. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Pep's brother is like involved in the club. I think Pep should go to Girona. I think he should go to Girona. Show that
for
he can
challenge.
Yes, exactly. He can take a kind of a mid-table-ish team to the Champions League or maybe even the title or something like that. That would make him the GOAT. I will say it at that point. But yeah, Osasuna won their game. Bilbao drew against Madrid. If Bilbao won, they would have secured the Conference League spot. But Osasuna gets into the Conference League spot with their win over Girona. But yeah, so good stuff. You know, we have the top four. Sociedad, I mean, that was already secured last week. Sociedad in fourth, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Villarreal and Betis in the Europa League, and Osasuna in the Conference League. But yeah, so it's good stuff there. I think the La Liga Player of the Year has to be Antoine Griezmann as well. Also, another player, Joaquin, 41 or 42-year-old winger, played his final game. Standing ovation for him as he went off. You know, good for him. He's another legend of the game. He's gone. Other Serie A news I did see, though, was Allegri's going to stay on another year as manager at Juventus.
Wants a redo, I expect, after this season's disaster.
Yeah. All right, here's a real quick trivia. Following the retirement of Joaquin and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, only 3 footballers who played in the 2002 World Cup are still active today. Can you guess one of them? The other 2 are a little more obscure. I mean, the one I don't... I'll just tell you who the last one was.
Willian.
No, not Willian. Bartholomew Ogbechi. I don't know if you guys know. He's Nigerian. He's still currently playing somewhere. Okay, and then the other one is a striker and one is a goalkeeper.
Okay.
One of them, the striker, played for Manchester City. He is briefly. His last name is a city in California. And the other one is a goalkeeper, famous goalkeeper.
Buffon's still playing, right?
Buffon, that's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the striker played for Man City.
Striker
I don't know who else he played for, to be honest. Let's see. Let me see. He's 41 years old. He's currently playing in South America, so that gives you a clue. He's South American. He played for Blackburn, Man City, from 2007 to 2013. Close it on. It does start with San. This is his last name.
Oh, Roque Santa Cruz?
Roque Santa Cruz is correct. Roque
Santa Cruz. Still playing.
He's playing
Wow.
in Paraguay. He's Paraguayan. Santa Cruz. It's a nice, stoner town. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I got here, man. The thing is, here's the thing. I'm talking. I talk so much football all day, man. I gotta I really need to cordon off a certain period of time for the show, or I gotta post certain things just for the show.
I had two quick things.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bundesliga was over last week. Hamburg lost their promotion tilt again. First team since the 89-90 season to lose back-to-back relegation playoffs. They lost to Hertha last year and Stuttgart this year. So Hamburg still snake bitten. They just can't they can't get promoted back into the Bundesliga, but they've excuse me, they still have the biggest budget in the second division, and they can't buy their way back up. Basically, it's a little sad because it's a huge club, but they're just stuck. It's really weird to see. The second thing, and actually it was in the tweet for the show, Toby Alderweireld's league-winning stoppage time goal for his hometown club. That was it was awesome to see. He has he plays for Royal Antwerp now, and he has a tattoo of the Cathedral of Antwerp somewhere on his body. I'm not sure where. But he scored a goal that won the league for them, and it was just the emotion. Everyone was chasing him around the field. He's probably still running. It was awesome.
In his press conference, he said he wants to come out of retirement for the Belgian national team.
Oh, damn! He's riding a high.
Yeah, he's feeling himself.
Yeah,
he's feeling good.
Yeah, I did see the highlights. That was a crazy. That was a
great goal. For a league winner. Wow.
Yeah. 94th minute or something, or 96th minute.
Yeah.
Lyon beat LAFC in the Champions League in CONCACAF.
Yep.
That happened. Tattoo. You mentioned tattoo. That made me think. What do you think of these 20-year-olds with full-on body-covered tattoos?
This is complete. This is side.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, it's
completely away from football.
Footballers. These footballers also have it. Zlatan is covered in tattoos as well.
Yeah.
I just think how much life experience can you have at 20 to have your whole body covered in tattoos?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Get your tattoos, and if whatever. But I'm just saying, leave a little space when you're 35. Maybe something happens in the next 15 years. You want to get a tattoo of, But I guess not. Doesn't Richarlison have a tattoo of him, Neymar, and Ronaldo or something?
Yeah, he has a mural on his back.
Rumor has it that he's gonna get that erased and just have him doing the Steve-O tattoo post on his back.
Flop of the season? Oh yeah, flop of the season. Who do you guys think is flop of the season?
Yeah, I know. I mean, Richarlison must be high on the list. Mudryk.
Yeah, I think.
Take any Chelsea player.
I was gonna say you could probably pick 2 or 3 different Chelsea players.
Yeah, I think it'd be harsh to pick one from January, so
Yeah.
that rules Mudryk out, I suppose.
Was Enzo was January too, right?
Yes,
so-
so I believe
Yeah.
so, yeah. But like early, right? It was sorted out during the World Cup, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do a quiz?
I've got some questions if you guys want to do it.
What I was thinking is, what if we did a Discord sound to buzz in?
Like,
Or are they all? Oh, you can visually see it as well.
yeah, and then
They're like,
Yeah.
which one? Should we have our own? All right, so we have to know it's a visual thing, right?
by the way, I'm gonna add sounds to our own in-server soundboard for this channel as well.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So how about
So
this?
we
do
can
the-
have like a ding and a kind of noise.
What should we do? Air horn? What do you want to do, Huff? Or Miley, you pick the sound.
I will.
There you
but
go. Instead of picking a name we have to say, you can pick the
I
sound.
will,
we have.
although I am slightly annoyed because tonight Hoff was going to be butt as in Nikki,
Let's
and
do that
Cart
then.
was-
Let's do that.
and Cart was going to be Dickov as in Paul.
Okay. All right. I like that. I mean,
So-
you know, whatever. Okay, whatever. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
no, let's do sounds.
You want to do
So,
sounds? No, let's do.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
Hoff, you can be the
Whoops.
air horn.
Air horn. Okay.
Cartwheel, you can be the duck.
All right.
Can
But,
I?
but you
Okay.
can
Sorry,
spam the
testing.
duck if you need to.
So you have to look. Oh wait, hold on. If this thing pops up on screen, it's gonna screw it up. Hold on. Can I move this? It's covering your screen.
Yeah, what is
Um,
that?
Let me see if I can find a way to do it
Crop me?
without. No, I don't think I can. There we go. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right, I'm ready. All right, I'm gonna close chat.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
Cart's the duck, and Half you're the air horn, which will drown out the duck, Cart. So you've got to be quick.
You gotta look. You have to. It's a visual thing. It has to be. You have to visually.
What do you mean it's visual?
It's visual. It pops up. Oh, it doesn't pop up. It pops up on my face.
I don't see it.
Oh,
Wait,
you
I
in-
see it in the top right on mine, like in the top right of your little screen window.
In Discord?
Yeah, in Discord.
Oh, okay. Duck and half.
It doesn't pop up on stream because I have to use a different.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you.
All
have-
right.
All right. Here we go.
This is a mixed bag. These questions are. This is a mixed bag of football
Ooh.
trivia. Okay.
Wow.
And we'll just go till we're done. Or there's a clear runaway
Okay.
leader. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. In what season did Roman Abramovich take over Chelsea?
Ooh.
Cartwheel.
2003.
Correct.
2003.
Or yeah, I'll take your first answer because your second one was wrong.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, yeah. I thought you were getting at something. All right, here, go ahead.
No. Which player holds the record for most goals in consecutive Premier League games?
Wait, wait, say it again.
Which player holds the record for the most goals in consecutive Premier League games?
Rude.
Cartwheel. Incorrect.
He's done 10 or something.
Half.
Aguero?
No, the answer is
Harold Kane.
Jamie Vardy.
Jamie Vardy. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Which player holds the record for most consecutive Premier League appearances at 310?
Wow.
Cartwheel.
Gary Speed.
No. No. Half.
Well, I'll say Gareth Barry. I don't know.
No, it is a goalkeeper. Stefan's right in the chat, and it's Brad Friedel.
Oh, legend.
Oh.
The legend.
Yeah.
Oh, because Lloris broke that. Ah. Yep.
Which player scored 4 goals in 12 minutes after coming on as a sub versus Nottingham Forest?
Oh.
Cartwheel.
Wait, did I click it?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. I heard a
beat me.
quack.
I clicked it on accident.
Okay, half.
Or
Which player
this-
scored 4 goals in 12 minutes after coming on as a sub versus Nottingham Forest?
oh my gosh.
Wait, for Nottingham Forest? Against Nottingham Forest?
Versus Nottingham
Against.
Forest. I need a
Was
name.
it
Half.
Haaland?
It was not Haaland.
No way. I just
Cartwheel.
Is it this season?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say this is in the past. This has not happened this season.
I told you this is a mixed bag.
Okay. Alan Shearer.
Incorrect. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Okay.
Is the correct. All right. Which goalkeeper has the record of 138 clean sheets for the same Premier League team? Half.
Peter check.
Correct. That is correct. Oh, that's too early for Cart. Sorry. Against which team did Wayne Rooney score his Premier League first goal? Cartwheel.
Arsenal.
Is correct.
16-year-old Wayne Rooney.
It's in that
That's
commercial.
right. That is correct. Who has managed Reading, Swansea, and Liverpool? Half.
Brendan Rodgers?
Correct.
You managed Reading?
Yeah, that was the one I was iffy about.
Yeah. Who was the first Italian manager to win the Premier League? Half.
Ranieri?
No.
Mancini.
No.
Wait, what?
Unless this quiz is wrong, it says Ancelotti.
Maybe. Yeah, the first stint of Ancelotti?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
Okay.
Who we got here? Sorry, I am making not making them up as I go along. I'm choosing the
when did
questions
Carlo-
from a
yeah,
large list. Let's look that up real quick because it's going to bug everyone.
Yeah, what? Huh.
I think, yeah, Carlo must have been there too. Did he go? No, I thought it was. Must have been pre 2000.
Oh yeah, no, it was 2009.
2009, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won the Premier League and FA Cup in his first season
Right, okay.
at Chelsea. Yeah. Of course, yeah. See, during the money era at Chelsea, right? Now they're not fashionable anymore.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Who scored the first Premier League hat trick? Cartwheel.
Eric Cantona.
Yes.
Really?
Correct answer.
Oh, wow. We'll take that.
Well done.
Ooh.
Name the Dutch footballer who was voted European Player of the Century in 1999.
Century.
Cartwheel.
Cruyff.
Which Cruyff?
Johan Cruyff.
Okay.
Jordy.
Just check in.
Jordi Cruyff has just left Barcelona or something, right? I think
yeah. I don't. Which French player is a record-scoring footballer for Arsenal and went on to become assistant manager of Belgium? Cartwheel.
Henri.
Correct.
Thierry Henry.
Is correct.
In case you're confused.
Which player went through the Ajax youth system, played for Ajax, and became assistant manager at Ajax in 2011?
And that, wait, hold on. Is that the end of his story? Or like, is that, Did he do
And
anything
died as
else?
assistant manager.
No, he played elsewhere.
Okay. Okay.
But during his career, he went through the IXU system, graduated to play for them, and eventually later in life became assistant manager at the club in 2011. Obviously, it's a famous player.
Yeah. Trying to think. Probably not Dennis. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I have to give a point to Hoff because you said Dennis.
Whoa! Now you have to
I'm
get a
getting-
point.
you didn't play your
Alright.
sound. I'm giving a point to Hoff.
All right. Was it Dennis?
Sorry. Yeah, you know
Oh, it
how it
was?
is, Cart. It was Dennis. You know how
Oh,
it is
wow.
about. You know how it is about the rules, right? We can't make an exception.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
just make 'em
subjective.
up. We just make 'em up.
How much did Sporting Lisbon receive for the transfer of 17-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo? Cartwheel.
16.
I'll give a point. I'll give a point to the closest guy.
16.
Okay.
16 from Cart. Hoff.
19.
Cart wins. It was 12 million.
Oh.
I was thinking like euros or probably or something. $1 million.
12 million pounds.
Dollars?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's choose. It's 6-3 to Cart right now.
Oh.
Oh, we need a.
Missed one.
Here, let's do one worth 4 points.
4 points.
A 4-pointer.
All right.
This will be this would be the last one. Unless you
I
want to do
gotta
more.
make it a good question. You know.
You could
like-
do other
Worthy
ones
of
and
4
then
points.
just make the last one like a game chain clincher. you
Well,
know?
let's make that this one because
Okay.
we got 6 minutes till 9.
Okay.
Yes, it's no, that's too old. Okay, here we go. In the 2010 World Cup final, Howard Webb handed out 9 yellow cards to Dutch players. Who got 2 and was sent off? Cartwheel.
Oh shit! Wait, what'd you say?
Do you just press the button so that you get a chance to answer it?
No.
I feel like
no. Okay.
in 2010 World Cup final.
I didn't hear the whole question. I thought you were
Okay.
gonna. Sorry, I'm gonna
In
take
the-
mine
in-
back. for
No,
now.
it's fine. In the 2010 World Cup final, Howard Webb handed out 9 yellow cards to Dutch players. Who got 2 and was sent off? Off.
Nigel de Jong?
Not De Jong.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say at first, but yeah. How about this? Let's go back and forth till we get the right answer because it's the last one.
Sure.
All right. Van Bommel.
No.
Van Bronckhorst?
No.
I watched that. I really don't remember.
Heitinga.
Yes.
Oh,
nice
let's
one.
go.
It was Heitinga. I thought there's no way
Wow.
you're gonna get that.
Let's go.
Johnny
It was
Heitinga.
Heitinga. Yeah, Johnny
Take that
Heitinga.
one.
So well done.
Wow.
Well done.
Wow.
Should have been de Jong.
So-
Yeah.
It's a 10-3 victory.
Yep.
With the 4 bonus points.
Should have been. That's what I was first gonna say. It was.
Yeah.
I think you say who should have got a red card or something.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you guys and chat. I hadn't got like a lot of times I'll fully prep a quiz, but today was a bit rushed, so I just basically I loaded some questions on the off chance that we needed to do some. So there we
Don't
go.
worry about it. That's
Worked
fine.
out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
All right.
What else happened?
UFO disclosure.
Yeah, can you explain that? I didn't read that whole thing. I just heard. It's just okay. Here's the thing. It's just. I feel like if there was something big in that, we would have heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some credence to that mindset, I think. But I also think that the implications of it religiously and potentially energy-wise for the human race mean that they have mega motivation to keep something like that hidden forever, or at
Okay.
least till they. till
So
they-
I would be honest, I didn't read the whole article. Well, can you give the
So-
gist?
Yeah, so basically, a few months ago, there was a whistleblower act passed in Congress so that anyone that wanted to come forward and talk about having worked on a special access program or black program that related to the recovery of exotic vehicles, extraterrestrial artifacts, that sort of thing, they could come forward and tell at a hearing without fear of any retribution.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so people have started coming forward and testifying, and that includes a guy. His name is, sorry, just give me a second. It's Dave. He's a current intelligence officer. His name is David Grush, and he says that they 100% have recovered craft. I mean, you need to read the article. It's way
Just-
deeper than that. How long do we have?
I mean, just you were about to say it. They 100% recovered craft.
I did.
What?
I wasn't about to say it. I did say it.
That's it. They recovered craft.
Yeah, he is saying, like, he testified that they have recovered craft that are not of human origin.
Oh wow. So what
And,
did you say that wasn't human about it? Do you say?
Well, he didn't.
Oh.
But a lot of the details were told to Congress. He testified to Congress for 11 hours. He's done a 7-minute interview with one reporter.
Oh,
so
okay, okay.
right? So this is not something that's just going to come out today.
Okay, okay.
And you know, you can believe it, not believe it. You can be skeptical, whatever. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying you should read that article in full
Okay.
because I think it's a very important read. It's been blowing up all day on the news. The mainstream media, if you like, haven't really covered it. And according to one of the journalists for the Washington Post, it's because they wanted more time to corroborate some things, and the person that he made a deal with was to break the story today.
Okay.
So the Post and the Times wanted more time because they've shown with the article they did about the Nimitz incident with the Tic Tac UFO in 2014. They've shown that they will report on that kind of stuff, albeit more skeptically. But it could be a big day in that whole world if that world interests you.
Isn't it interesting that Apple did their WWDC on the day this article was almost like
I don't think
just
it's related
flushes it
at
out
all.
of just flushes it out of the mainstream media. It's all Apple today. They covered it all up. What do you think about that?
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I think Apple's gonna
Personally,
they're gonna land a flying saucer in that Apple building. Have you seen that Apple building?
Maybe they will.
It's a big circle. What do you think about the ice wall, though? I mean, what if they're developing stuff on the the
I
ice
don't
wall?
believe in the ice wall theory of the globe. Sorry.
You don't believe in the flat Earth, is what you're saying.
No, I don't believe in flat Earth.
All right, we got another Globey over here, guys. Another
Globey.
Globey.
I'm not a
Nice.
flat earther, and I don't consider myself like a crazy UFO conspiracy theorist. I, like everybody else that's logical, would love to see something. But I've done a lot of reading about this, and I'm talking books, not Twitter. I'm talking actual, books authored by scientists or people that work, that research this kind of stuff. And one of the things they say the reason it's being hidden is because there is a 0-point energy that could be free energy basically for everybody. It would make oil and petroleum obsolete, and that runs the world.
Yeah.
So they have every motivation to keep that stuff hidden. And again, I have no idea. One of these days I've been threatening to do a stream devoted to this topic, and maybe I'll do it.
Yeah,
Would you come on and talk about it?
I would love to hear about it. And
I mean, you'd have to
I'll
research.
talk
some
about
stuff.
it. Oh no, yeah. I would have to be like the kind of the layman. You know, I'll be the layman.
What, like, all right,
Layman.
explain it to me, Milo.
Or
And just-
I'll ask you. I could ask questions and kind of poke holes. What I think the skeptic would say. Whatever.
We should smoke a joint and do that show.
I thought about getting some edibles. What am I? I don't want to get edibles.
But anyway, the subject fascinates me. I do not for one second believe we're alone in the universe, and with that in mind, I fully believe that it's possible something is as it has been and continues to come here, and that we would have recovered some things.
But wouldn't that also? Couldn't that just? I mean, like, to that thought, wouldn't an ice wall also make sense?
No,
Because they could be developing this stuff outside of the ice wall and then flying it into us, and they'll be,
sure,
oh,
they absolutely could, Cart.
I'm
They
just saying,
could,
like-
but I think has science not proven that the Earth is round?
well,
Actually,
flat earthers have
actually,
proven that it's not.
Actually, it's not round, but sure, it's more of a what shape is it?
Like a,
Because
yeah,
it's like narrow. Yeah, it's not perfectly
fat around
round.
the middle. Yeah. There's what's it called? Basically any picture from space. There's no picture of a circular Earth. They don't have one. It's all composite images. I don't know what they say. I have no idea how flat earthers argue it. I have no idea.
And I've read it. I don't get into. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in other species.
Yeah, no, for sure. I haven't.
You know what I mean?
I don't know enough about flat Earth. I wish I did.
I will say
It'd be
this.
fun to
There's
argue with.
I will say this: you cannot go to Antarctica. Like you cannot get into Antarctica without being stopped by a military, and the interesting thing about it is it's a worldwide agreement with all governments that you can't go there.
Okay. Now you're proving my point. You're proving my point.
It doesn't mean no, because then, like, I'm not saying it's an ice wall. I'm just saying that there's something there. Potentially, there could be something there.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm definitely not saying it's an ice wall. This
Right.
isn't,
I'm just saying that
this
that's
isn't
a
the Game of
possibility.
Thrones.
It's a possibility.
You can't take the black and go stand on top of the wall.
I guess the only hole in the whole ice wall thing would be shipping, like big shipping containers wouldn't go around. I mean, I don't know shipping lines, but right, going around the Arctic Circle in the north would be much faster than going around the Antarctic Circle or whatever it's called, you know. So maybe that's why it doesn't make sense. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know.
We got a dad joke to get us out of this hellhole.
To get us the hell off this subject. Yeah, of course I do.
No, I don't mind the subject, to be honest. It's just
yeah. Look, the subject's fine, but it has a stigma, you see, because people just make jokes about it.
Exactly.
And you proved that right there.
well, no, I think people have the same opinion of it as flat Earth.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about flat Earth. You brought flat Earth into it. I was talking about extraterrestrials.
I was giving it a cousin point, you know, alongside yours.
No, this is why there's a stigma attached to it. That's what I'm saying. When you're ready to seriously talk about UFOs, I'll be here.
I think that if you have the open mind to discuss UFOs, you should have the open mind to discuss the flat Earth.
Well, I don't, because it's not.
Well, now you have a stigma against it.
I guess so.
Yeah, well, that's all I was saying by bringing up flat Earth. By saying
anyway,
I was giving a more
here it is.
extreme thing to make your point.
Guys,
look
Cartwheel's
less
going into
extreme.
argumentative mode, so I got to get the hell out of here. And here's your dad joke. What's a ninja's favorite footwear? That's right, it's sneakers.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
That soundboard is great.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a bunch of our own to it.
That was
Awesome.
good. I actually liked that dad joke.
You did.
Sneakers.
That is good.
Alrighty, guys.
All right, I'm out. I
Good
gotta
night,
get
good
a drink, guys. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
good night,
done.
good night.
My head's cooked, man.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night.
See ya.
It's the Monday weekend wrap up. 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 It's the Monday weekend wrap up.